If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have a go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers, and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so you're looking at a man. His name is Gavin Meyers, aka KlLY-KlLLY, and he's a car dealer, owner. Yeah, him sell cars in Jamaica, you understand. And based on information received and obtained, he was abducted at his business place in Westmoreland. Some people saying that is his criminal lifestyle catching up with him. Some bloggers say that he's a scammer, all kind of things. But this man, his lifestyle and background, I had watched a video of him, and you can see all this man is promoting his violence. They see him anti-social behavior of Jamaicans. That's all this man is promoting on YouTube. He did a music video with gun. I don't know if the police had questioned him about it, but I know for a fact that this man is not a law-abiding citizen, based on information obtained, because he had stated publicly that he was a drug dealer, but then selling weed and all kind of things, selling drugs to Cayman and other parts of the world. So he's a drug dealer. He never been arrested or anything like that. But in case he doesn't know that, if there's informants in America or in a place, them can use him and squeal and say, boy, them know him and all kind of thing, and get some form of plea deal. So you have to be careful what you say publicly, because he's incriminating himself. Yeah, so that is Gavin Meyers. And you know that in Israel, he's like an hero. You understand? Yeah, in Israel, he's an hero. Because you have to understand how Jamaica, how things in people treat people in Jamaica. So ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of Jamaica and the diaspora, we need to have a serious conversation about the abduction of Gavin Meyers, otherwise known on the streets and social media as KlLY-KlLLY. This is not just another kidnapping story. This is a warning, a wake-up call, and a lesson in the high price of fast money and the criminal lifestyle. That's how many young Jamaican men are being lured into every day. Gavin Meyers, aka KlLY-KlLLY, was reportedly abducted right from his own business place in Westmoreland. A man, by many accounts, has built up visible wealth, not through hard work or legitimate entrepreneurship, but through scamming, drug dealing, a modern day hustle that has become both a trend and a trap. Now ask yourself this. Where's KlLY-KlLY at the time? So we are go back in time and then fast forward now. Where are all the friends who once praised him, toasted with him, and posed beside him in the club and on Instagram? Where is the protection, the fast money was supposed to guarantee? The glamour versus the grave, the dark side of scamming and drug dealing. So let's break it down. Drug dealing, scamming has become a seductive alternative to poverty in communities where legitimate opportunities feel scarce. The appeal is understandable. Quick cash, flashy clothes, cars, women status. You get to feel like a king for a while. But no one talk about the cost. Because for every man flashing US dollars on TikTok, there are 10 plotting his downfall. Because the money comes dirty, and so does the energy around it. And when your names get too loud in the streets, your face too visible online, you become a target. Not just for the police, but for your own allies turned enemies. Envious strangers, jealousy, bad mind, rival crews, and sometimes even your friends. This is what might have happened to KlLY-KlLY then. Let's be honest. Drug dealing is illegal. Scamming is theft. It's digital robbery when it comes on to scamming. And while it might not involve a gun, it destroys families across the oceans. Elderly victims in US, Canada and the UK lose their pensions, their homes, their peace of mind, while the scammers live large in Jamaica. But that lifestyle doesn't come with a pension. It comes with paranoia, with betrayal, with death, or even disappearance. KlLY-KlLY may have accumulated wealth, but did he accumulate peace? Did he build legacy or just leave digital dust behind? Why you must share this video? This isn't about Gavin Meyers. This is about your son, your nephew, your brother, or even your daughter. I've just seen some of them get killed, because of this lifestyle. This is about the next youth on the corner thinking the only way is through credit card fraud, fake wire transfer, illegal bank account, and drug dealing. We need to start speaking truth to youths. We need to share this video with parents, teachers, young men, and even law enforcement officers who have turned a blind eye. Share the video. Watch it to the end. Have a conversation, because today is Gavin Meyers, tomorrow it could be someone you know. And the real question, how many more have to vanish before we wake up as a people? Jamaica is at a crossroad. Do we glorify scammers and dance, or do we finally uplift a generation on truth, discipline, and honest living? Gavin Meyers' disappearance should not be brushed aside as another scammer gone missing. It should be the spark that ignites the fire for real change. The fast life will always slow down, but when it comes, it often stops with a bullet or a body bag. Let's make sure the next generation gets the message before it's too late. Gavin KlLY-KlLY Meyers abducted at gunpoint, Darlingston, Westmoreland, and it shocked the nation. It was big news all over the place. So later on, after he was released, he did an interview with Popeye's Newslink. As you know, we know Popeye's Newslink. And yeah, because we and Popeye go way back. We were cadets together at the Jamaica Police Academy in 1987. Popeye graduated in September 1988, and I graduated December. So on the quiet morning of Tuesday, June 24, 2025, the sleepy square of Darlingston, Westmoreland erupted in confusion and fear. News broke that Gavin Meyers, known in the community as KlLY-KlLY and the owner of G. Meyers Car Rental and Auto Sales, had been kidnapped at gunpoint. A successful businessman or a controversial figure. Depending on who you ask, Gavin's name had often been whispered in connections with wealth, drug dealing, scamming allegation, and flashy lifestyles. But after his abduction, Gavin himself reached out to popular YouTuber Popeye's Newslink, they call him Popeye, requesting an interview to tell his side of story and set the record straight and address the swirling rumors. Well, here's what he revealed in his own words. On his background and path to wealth, when asked how he managed to rise so quickly with businesses, cars and influence, Gavin explained, "It's been a long time coming. Since I left high school in 2005, I started hustling. People accusing me of scamming, but I never did. Police have checked my phones, searched me, but found nothing illegal. I have never been arrested, never paid off police, never charged, not once." So him sound like a honest and decent citizen. So him same hustle. Gavin shared that his early hustle began including selling Bob Marley briefly after school, but soon he discovered an opportunity in the car business. Around 2009, he began importing vehicles from Japan using his profits from buying and repairing damaged cars to build capital. With car imports, you pay about 30% upfront and clear the rest when they arrive. So I kept reinvesting and growing. Today, he owns 2 car lots, though he clarified that he only owns the Deans Valley property and rent the other. And scamming allegations and his reputation. For years, the name KlLY-KlLLY has carried the weight in Westmoreland, sometimes celebrated, sometimes questioned. I know what people say, that I scam, that I pay off police, that I am dangerous. None of it is true. Everybody in my area knows me. I have never scammed. My money comes from hard work and legal business. This part of the interview was particularly powerful. A man confronting his own reputation head-on and denying any criminal ties. And the abduction itself, perhaps the most gripping part of the interview, was Gavin's own account of the morning he was taken. A man contacted him a week earlier, posing as a car buyer. The man rescheduled twice before.
The man who was abducted by armed thugs in Westmoreland on Tuesday has been freed. TVJ News understands that 37-year-old Gavin Meyers was released Tuesday evening by his abductors after a $5 million ransom was paid over. In the meantime, the Westmoreland police are continuing their investigations into the incident. Reports are that Meyers arrived at his car dealership to conduct the sale of a vehicle when gunmen posing as customers brandished firearms and forced him into a Toyota Mark X and fled the scene. This man who was abducted by armed thugs in Westmoreland on Tuesday has been
finally confirming a 6 a.m. meeting Tuesday morning. I arrive around 6:30 a.m., park across from my lot waiting for my employee to open the gate. I step out of my car to meet the buyer when suddenly a vehicle pulled up behind me. 4 men armed jumped out shouting police. They forced me into their car at gunpoint, pushed my car away, then sped off. This chilling description painted a picture of premeditation and precision, a classic setup. Was it staged? Some skeptics in the community wonder aloud if the incident was staged, perhaps a sympathy to draw attention or due to frustration at being denied a licensed firearm. Gavin dismissed these claims outright. That's foolishness. Why would I stage something like that? I was tricked and set up by someone pretending to buy a car, that's all. Past robbery and bad mind. Gavin also shared that this wasn't his first brush with violence. In 2016 or 2017 thereabout, he was robbed after being set up by a woman. They tied me up and took my things, but that was robbery. This time was worse. He acknowledged that his lifestyle, his success, and even his nickname have drawn envy. People just bad mind did. I know who I am. I am a businessman, not a criminal. And his lifestyle, music video, and nickname, Gavin also addressed criticism over his public image. Luxury cars, expensive clothes, and even a controversial jail-themed photo shoot. That was just a music video shoot with friends. It wasn't my real life. People assume too much. And his nickname, KlLY-KlLLY, it's just some hanging out at a bar, drinking with friends. It has nothing to do with violence or crime. Moving forward, family, community, and focus. Finally, Gavin spoke about how the ordeal affected his family and how he plans to move forward. My family was upset, of course, but they know me. They know I've never been involved in crime. People spread lies because negativity travels faster than truth, which is true. I am just going to keep moving forward and focusing on my business. The bigger picture, Gavin's story and his account of the abduction open a wider discussion for Jamaica. How much does envy and rumor fuel violence? How does a flashy lifestyle, whether earned or not, paint a large target on your back? And why is it so easy for criminals to impersonate police and abduct someone in broad daylight? Well, that is just criminals that. Why you should watch and share the story. Gavin's experience is not just his own. It's a cautionary tale for every young Jamaican pursuing success amid suspicion, gossip, and bad-mindedness. This is about a man fighting to clear his name, about a society quick to judge without proof, and about the dangers of a culture that glorifies wealth but vilifies success. This interview Gavin KlLLY Meyers the chance to speak his truth directly to the public. So you can watch the entire interview at Popeye's Newslink. Yeah, Popeye's Newslink have it, and it says it says Gavin KlLLY Meyers interview. Him do an interview and you're going to see him photograph on it. So there's a video that from a news clip from TVJ. It was stated that Gavin Meyers paid $5 million to his kidnapper. And what we know so far, in the aftermath of one of the most talked about abduction case in Jamaica, this year fresh details have emerged surrounding the alleged ransom payment for the release of Gavin KlLLY Meyers, the Westmoreland business owner of G. Meyers Car Rental and Auto Sales. According to a TVJ report and other circulating sources, it's been reported that Gavin Meyers paid a staggering $5 million Jamaican dollars in cash to secure his freedom after being kidnapped at gunpoint in Darlingston, Westmoreland on Tuesday morning, June 24, 2025. The report suggests that the cash payment was allegedly handed over to none other than Derval Williams connection, a man who described in reports as a convicted killer, an individual known in criminal circles, but at this time for whom no publicly available photograph exists. So we know a picture of this boy, this criminal, Derval Williams. So we are trying to get a photograph of this criminal. So he's the one who's behind the kidnapping of Gavin. We don't know if he's cooperating with the police. We haven't contacted the police in Westmoreland as yet. So we don't know. And we doubt him cooperating with the police them. Because remember, that's how it is, because we don't hear the police them, no press release from the police about this matter. So what happened? A quick recap. On that Tuesday morning, Gavin Meyers have arrived at his car mart to meet a man who had expressed interest in purchasing a vehicle. Instead, Meyers was ambushed by 4 armed men posing as police officers who forced him into a waiting vehicle, fired a shot in the air to scare witnesses and sped away. The abduction left the normally quiet community of Darlingston in shock, with residents fearful to speak out and speculation quickly spreading about what led to such brazen attack. The latest revelation that $5 million cash was delivered to the kidnappers as another layer to the intrigue and controversy to the case. Report alleged Gavin Meyers' family or representative arranged the payment discreetly in exchange for a safe return. The money was allegedly delivered to confidant of Derval Williams. Yeah, he's the leader of the King Valley gang, identifying the news as a convicted killer, raising question about the depth of criminal network operating in Westmoreland and their boldness to extort millions openly. The lack of public available photograph of Williams makes verification more challenging, but his name is reportedly well known to law enforcement and residents alike. Who's KlLY-KlLY Williams? Well, he is the leader of the King Valley gang. Why must remain unconfirmed publicly about Williams beyond his criminal records? He is described by sources as a dangerous figure in Jamaica's criminal underworld. Someone with the reputation and connection to orchestrate or facilitating kidnappings and ransom negotiations. The fact that a convicted killer already known to the justice system could allegedly be able to stay in prison and make a man who was free paid ransom, that are extortion money. So the question that remains, these developments leave several important questions unanswered. Was the ransom payment officially reported to the police? Why was Dorval Williams Loke, a known criminal, allowed to operate freely enough from prison? Will the authority now take actions against him or any of your accomplices? If KlLY are cooperating with the police, was the payment made voluntary or under direct threat to Gavin's life? The bigger picture, this case underscores a dangerous reality in Jamaica's culture, where criminals can terrorize community demands millions from victims and walk away without immediate consequences because of fear, corruption, or gaps in the justice system. It also raises ethical questions. Should ransom ever be paid? Does pain encouraging more kidnappings, or was it simply a desperate family's only option to save a loved one's life? So, as we say and we say again, this case is one of those cases where, this man was kidnapped by criminals and pay ransom for a safe release based on the reports. So, the verification part about him paying the money, I understand that he and these boys, they are all friends. And they are saying that based on one and two little things, that the kidnapping was staged and even the ransom money that was paid. Yes, all of that was all staged. But the thing is that, based on what happened, based on how he interacts with his customers, he don't need a license gun. Whenever you have a business and you have a license gun, you're not supposed to interact with your customers them. Your representative is supposed to do that. Because the gun is supposed to protect you. You cannot have a license gun and you out there in a public or conduct business with people where you don't know. That don't make no sense at all. I don't know no businessman who have business and them in direct access where the public have access to them. Unless in a close in them office or anything like that, and most businessmen, and most of the time, most businessmen who have license gun are people them know and where on their level where them do business with and them thing. Them not do business with the public person, them have people, them representatives that do that. So based on how Gavin Meyers business that are KlLY, you don't need a license gun. That's what we say, you don't need a license gun. Because we see him in a video with an illegal gun, because he not a license gun. So we don't want give no more criminals are going in Jamaica. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.